Didn't even get to cross.
Hi, this is Flakey. Welcome to Road to Glory Youth Edition Career Mode with Oldham Athletics. Alright, you can see there, Ibrahim Wompala, the new manager of Oldham Athletics. Let me do thing here first. Boom. We're gonna have FIFA 21 on cam, not every episode, maybe a few glimpses in an episode, but some's gonna be played on cam, some's gonna be me talking like this with you guys on cam, and some's just gonna be like without cam. That's how it is. We're gonna do a pre-season tournament, of course, and we also, this is the Oldham Athletics Road to Glory Youth Edition. So as you can see, we have managed to get Wompala as the coach. If you don't know who's Wompala, he was the legend in the Mansfield Town Road to Glory. There's going to be a link in the description to that if you missed it. We can only use academy players or free agents or regions. We can't use real players. This is new for FIFA 21. We start with like this, Anders Kristoffersen, a goalkeeper from Norway. We're starting with him in our youth academy. We have already signed. We got Eduardo Barrera, another goalkeeper. We got Luis Rowley here. They are, they're in there from start. So that's a new thing, and it's a great thing, because that means we have 6 players already in the team. Alonso is only 15, so we can't promote him yet. Felix Pardo from Chile, he's gonna come in. This is Isaac Bello, a Nigerian right midfielder. And another beautiful thing with FIFA 21 is, of course, you can change positions. So that Bello there, he's gonna be a right wing, because I'm going with my. I kind of have a love for the 4-2-3-1 formation. So I'm gonna go with that: 4 defenders, 2 central defensive midfielders, 1 left wing, 1 right wing, and an attacking midfielder, and then a single striker up top. I'm gonna see if that can be successful in FIFA 21 as well. Here you can see we found 3 players in the free agency. I'm gonna try and get them into the team. It's everybody we can get is just, we're gonna need them. We're also gonna get, we have one scout already, and we get 2 more scouts. We're gonna send them out, see if they can bring back bodies, because for the first months it's all about getting bodies into the team, training up the ones we have, trying to get a couple of points. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be really tough, because the players we got now, they are like very low rated. They are like in the 40s. Maybe some some are probably, we're gonna have a look at that, but some's gonna be in the 50s, but a lot of them is gonna be in the 40s, and they're gonna fight players up in their 60s in League 2. So it's gonna be a huge struggle. We did manage, as you see, we managed to get 2 of the 3 free agents, and this is the Ivory Coast goalkeeper, and we managed to get him as well. So our team is already improving a lot. We are getting a lot of bodies into the team. We have 8 now, and we have a 15-year-old as well that's just waiting to get into the right age. By going this, we already managed to set one of these objectives, this youth objective, to have 3, assign 3 young players. That's not hard when you're doing a youth edition. I'm just gonna check. My studio is, I'm sitting in frame I think, yeah, I do. And well, I know most of you, well, some of you at least, watched my Mansfield Town Road to Glory, and you know that the entire thing is to take, in this case, Oldham Athletics from League 2 all the way up to Premier League and get into a Champions League final. That's the main objective. Get into the Champions League final. Not necessarily win it, but get there. If we get to the final, after that the entire journey is over. I'm gonna assign here Dominic North will be perfect, a 2-star, 3-star scout. And the last one is going to be a 1-star, 1-star, because we don't have a lot of money. We're going to sell all the original players, all the real players in the team. We're going to, we're going to sell them, and for the money, we're going to invest in scouts. And the scouts are going to bring more bodies to the team, and hopefully, the snowball effect there. We're going to have a pretty decent team by the end of, well, not a decent team, but we're going to try to get a semi-decent team by the end of. By the end of this first season. And so we sent out a scout to Scotland, a scout to Wales, which is a new, and a scout to England. So we're going with the UK. Since we're League 2, I have decided I can't send my scouts to the big leagues, so to say, Italy, French, German, or France. Germany, and I'm gonna go with the lower leagues, so to say, to get it just a little realistic, to get more English or UK based players, maybe like some Eastern European players. They are, if you look at the teams in League 2, they tend to have mostly English based players, maybe a couple from like African players that are over, but you don't really see tons of Germans and Italians and French players in League 2. There's some, of course, but there's not a lot. I'm also giving my players, the ones that I'm going to play with, I've changed their kits, and I'm giving them numbers now. I've been thinking maybe to start letting you guys give kits and numbers to some players. You can drop a comment if you think that would be interesting, if you guys get to choose what if it's gonna have a tucked in, if it's gonna have long sleeve, short sleeves, what type of boots, everything like that. Drop a comment if you actually think that would be a fun little thing to do. But till then, I've just set most of them with just so they look decent without that black and white region shoes that everyone gets. Alright, we're gonna go through the squad before the end of this episode, I promise you that. There's also there's a new feature in FIFA 21 where you can go into, like, you sim the game like this, but you can also jump in and play whenever you want. And when you sim it, you get some gameplay. Well, not gameplay, but you get the 2D like this happening in the background. And you have the commentators commenting. I took away the commentating sound for this because I'm just showing how this is. And we can see that Pardo scored the first goal for Oldham Athletics in the preseason tournament. I'm going, of course, with my academy players, with a few original players, because we need, as I said, we need more bodies, so we can fill the team with academy players. But till then, we will have to play a few original players. I've also decided not to play my 2 extra. Well, I have 1 goalkeeper and then I have 2 reserve keepers. I'm not going to play them as a left back or something like that. I'd rather use a original player instead. I'm also, as you see, we sold Whelan now. We're gonna sell everything we can when it comes to the original guys in Oldham. Hopefully we're gonna get a couple of euros so we can get better scouts. Those 2 1-star scouts that we got, we really don't want them. We want at least a 3-star, 3-star. That's the minimum, because we want them to bring back more players. A 1-star is not going to bring back a lot of players. Next game is FC Vaduz. Hopefully we can get a good result from here. And you see, after first half we have, after the full game we have a 4-0 win. We had a 2-0 lead in the half. Also new in FIFA 21, you can see the icons on the calendar. On the what do you call it? Anyway, you can actually train your players on a daily. You have to rest them, and there's a whole. I've just started, so I haven't really figured everything out yet. We sold Hamer, we sold Rowe, Bambulas is also. Yeah, we're getting a few players out of the team, which is good. But yeah, if you see a lot of mistakes that I do in FIFA 21, feel free to let me know in the comments as well. Every critique that I can get to improve myself and improve the content is welcome. There's no pride for me that if you give me a suggestion that I can't do, I won't do it just because you said it. That's not how I work. I will read everything. We won this game as well, as you can see. I will read every comment, and maybe I find something in there that's I think would suit me, and work from there. And that's why I really appreciate all the support and all the comments that you guys have been dropping in my Mansfield Town save. So hopefully it's gonna be the same or even better now with the Oldham. Because everything you do and like when it comes to giving me support or giving me comments with critique or tips or whatever, it will help me to improve. And if I improve, it's going to be more fun for you guys. So it's sort of a win-win, right? So just let me know. All right. You can see now going to the budget here. 5 million or 5.5 millions. It's gonna get some decent scouts for those money, but we're not gonna recall the scouts. They're gonna do their thing for 3 months. When they came back, I'm gonna fire and apply new scouts. We are gonna play Varta Poznan, and we actually won 1-0. The pre-season tournament has started well. We have reached the final actually, and I decided not to play. I've done a few minutes of gameplay just to get material to do an intro, the one you saw when this started, when Wang scored his penalty. But then that's all I've done. So the first league game is gonna be interesting for me, because that's gonna be when I play FIFA 21 for the first time. I haven't even played a practice game or friendly of any kind, so it's gonna be, I'm a little worried when that's gonna be the league premiere, me playing FIFA 21 for the first time. It's so stupid, but I mean I should practice and stuff, but I decided, since the reason I've done that is because I'm As you know, when you watch this, FIFA 21 has been out for a month almost. Not really a month, but you know, it's early November now. But you know, I haven't dropped it yet because I finished my Mansfield Town save. I had to finish that one for the guys that started watching like from, you know, episode 1 and been following it ever since. I had to do it. But that also means I haven't played it at all. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. We lose the final, as you can see, 2-4. It is what it is. We couldn't, you know, we won. Well, we couldn't. I mean, even if I played, that's the thing. Even if since I haven't played this one, I couldn't probably have helped them because I know that it's gonna be quite a few new things when you play the game, and I'm really looking forward. We're not gonna have any gameplay in this episode. I'm just gonna take you through the preseason, which is now soon over, and you can see we have actually on the first of August, the league premiere is, of course, why not? It's gonna be Mansfield Town. So we're playing Mansfield Town on the field mill. Just, you know, that's, why not? You know, it had to happen sooner or later. So let's start this entire Oldham save with a game against my old team. Well, I guess Wompala is gonna have a mixed feelings because he gave it all for Mansfield Town. But he's a professional, so he's gonna give it all for Oldham now. We know him, you know, he got heart. I'm just, you know, I'm really nervous for the league premiere, especially against Mansfield Town. I'm most nervous that I will suck. I'm gonna play on Legendary. I've been looking at a few sliders suggestions. I've been watching sparring DKs, but I haven't really done it. We got a few players back now, as you can see. We got Gabriel Morton. He's a 17-year-old. You know, he's an English player. I'm gonna sign him. Everyone that's above 15 is gonna get signed. Jamie Watts, is, you know, 16-year-old, is gonna go into the team. Their overalls are not that great. I mean, Morton got a 61 to 83. We got Jamie Watts, a 64 to 88. That's good though. I mean, and this is Zach Reporter is a 60 to 82. They're not great, but if they, you know, manage to hit their, you know, 70s, I will be happy though. I mean, they are the first couple of players. When we came to Scotland, we found 2 15-year-olds. We're gonna assign them to the academy, but we cannot promote them. And then from Wales, we're gonna have a report in too. We're just gonna have we got another. Since we are doing the youth academy, we're getting these objectives done. Even if we didn't want to try and do them, I mean, that's just how it is when we do the youth academy. We're gonna get the players. And sign a defender to the youth academy. Well, that, you know, that's gonna happen when we are actually doing a youth edition. Yeah. So this doesn't really mean much, but yeah, let's have a look at the last report, the scout report from Wales. And we got Harry Driscoll, a 15-year-old, a 58 to 80, so not the best, but you know, we'll take it. We had a few 15-year-olds. I think we got 4 new 15-year-olds. We had Alonso as well, so we have a couple of 15-year-olds. Hopefully they turned, you know, they are turning 16 this year, because that means we can have them before the January window. So yeah, Alonso here is gonna be, he's already 59. He could be really good. There's also they took away all this when you can get a future scout star, a future star from the scouts. I did buy my, but I didn't pre-order it that much. Just a couple of days before it was dropped, like 3 days before. I don't think I got the scout future star, to be honest. If I did, then I guess Alonso is the only, because he's the only one that has some sort of potential. He's a 70 to 90. No, that's sorry. Yeah, 70 to 90. So Alonso might be, but I don't know how it works. I didn't read up on it. I should probably have read up on it, but I didn't. I just knew it was going to be different. So you see, we got 4 15-year-olds. Alonso, Driscoll, Milan, and Sutherland. It's okay. We're getting bodies into the team. I think we almost got a full 11 now. I think we're lacking a central defender and a left back, I think. But let's go. We're gonna go through the players in the squad before we end this episode. I did promise you that, so I mean, kind of have to keep it, right? It's just I'm still nervous for the league premiere. But yeah, we have Eduardo Barrera here. He's a 16-year-old goalkeeper from Peru. He's a 59 overall, so he's just, he just have to grow 1 so we can see if he has any potential. He's going to be my first keeper. I'm going to have both Kristoffersen and Mete out on loan, I think. See if one of them is going on loan, I'm going to take the other one off. Because I'm going to have I need a backup keeper. I need to rotate because I haven't found a way to actually give the keepers training in FIFA 21. So I will rotate more than I've done in previous saves, previous FIFAs. But yeah, we have Anas Kristoffersen. He's a 17-year-old Norwegian goalkeeper. It's an overall of 55. I think sorry for my squeaky chair. I think he could be a really good backup. And depends on if he will get a loan offer before Miete, then I guess I have to rethink. But otherwise, I would rather see Miete go out on loan. This is Ahmedissa Miete. He's from Ivory Coast, a 51 overall, 16-year-old. All the 3 keepers are actually 6'3". I did check that. So they are all equals when it comes to height. It's just that Miete has a 51. He's the lowest overall, and I am thinking maybe he should go out on loan. He also the one that we signed from the free agency. Alright, and then we got Mikael Vertainen. He's a Finnish central defensive midfield and a central midfielder. He's a 16-year-old and he's a 50 overall. He came from the free agency as well, and he's probably going to get some game time. I'm thinking maybe, because I have a few central defensive midfielders, or a few central midfielders, maybe one of them needs to go down and play central back, because I have 0 central backs for now. Yeah. Then we got Zachary Porter. He's a central defensive midfielder too. He's a lot smaller. He's 17-year-old and a 46 overall, but he's a lot smaller than Vertainen, and that's why I'm not considering having Porter play as a central back. I think he will be just a central defensive midfielder, and he's going to get a lot of game time. We have Gabriel Morton, 17-year-old left midfielder, right midfielder, 52 overall. He's from England. He's one of the better left wingers or midfielders that I got, but it's good that he can play both sides. I will try and train him and get him to become a left wing. I know it usually takes, when they are a left midfielder, a left wing, it just takes 2 weeks for them to adjust. So he's gonna get some game time there. We also got Lewis Rowley here. He's a 46 overall. He's a 16-year-old English player, and he's a central midfielder, central attacking midfielder. He's also, I can't decide if I should play. Maybe I should play him as a central midfield. Maybe make him a central defensive midfielder, or even try and see if he can be a central back. I think he's like 6'0". But yeah. Anyway, we got also Félix Pardo, a Chilean central midfielder, central defensive midfielder, or central attacking midfielder. He's a 52 overall. He's 16 years old. He could be really, really interesting. He can play everywhere on the midfield except the wings. I do think of him as an attacking midfielder, central attacking midfielder. We got the right midfielder Isaac Bello, a Nigerian 16-year-old, 54 overall. He's gonna be trained as a right wing, of course. I need him to be a right wing. And he's gonna get a lot of game time. The only striker we have is Jinjian Wang. He's a left winger, right winger, and striker. So he's a 16-year-old Chinese with a 47 overall. He's gonna be the starting striker because we have no one else, to be honest. Maybe even train up so he's a striker. We'll see. I need to think about it because I want more bodies from the youth academy, of course. Maybe there's going to be a few strikers there, you never know. We also got Jimmy Watts, a right wing central midfielder. He's 16-year-old. He's an English guy and he's a 45 overall. And since I have we got Bello and you know, and we have central midfielders. The thing is, maybe he will start as a right back. Sorry, because we don't have any right backs or left backs. We'll see if we can do anything about that. But yeah, the squad is thin, and that actually it. As you can see, we're already in the credits. I want you guys to, you know, take care and be safe. Hope you enjoyed the first episode. Next episode is going to contain the league premiere. It's also going to contain gameplay. That's going to be beautiful. Take care, walk good, be safe. Keep smiling, guys. See ya.